You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
What's up, everybody? Episode 297 is finally here. Well, what we got on tap for today? Of course, college and NFL recaps and picks. We got to get caught up what's going on with the baseball championship series. We got to echo. Anyway, we got our NBA preview, as you can tell by my Lakers hat and full of flex. The in-season tournament thoughts, new faces and places thoughts. I don't know what is going on with this echo. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers trying to play again. Caleb Williams making demands. Michael Parsons sounding off. Anthony Richardson's rookie season gone. Rock Bowers ankle might make him gone. Dak and more HBCU report. I hate this echo, so I'm gonna go ahead and get episode 297 started now and kill this echo. Echo.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 297 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ATL.
Shout.
Y'all,
I'm coming to you live from the East Coast. We're coming to you with real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real.
real sports.
Sports knowledge.
So hang out with your boys, Red, the good Reverend and Coach for episode 297 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, we turn our numbers attention to our numerologist, Coach Patrick Thomas, to give us something or someone that represents those three numbers 2, 9, and 7. What you got for us, Coach?
It should be. I can't use this, so I come up with a 297. He's a young man who made the Hall of Fame just last year. He played for the San Francisco 49ers. He wore number 97, and he has the record for the most safeties, if you can believe that, in a season. 2. So there's our 297, and his name is Bryant Young, defensive end for not Pittsburgh, San Francisco 49ers. Bryant Young, 297. I was going to say Cam Hayward, but I've been banned, so that's the end of that.
I think Brian Young was a little bit more appropriate than Cam Hayward. I think brother Young had a much better career than Hayward is having right now.
Yeah, I just
So you see how we helped you, we saved you from yourself, not to just rely on a Pittsburgh Steeler because there are other players who are worthy of being recognized on a show of this stature rather than constant Pittsburgh Steelers. So you ought to thank us for banning you today.
I have no comment until I have my lawyer present.
All right. All right. Welcome everybody to episode 297 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And before we welcome Revenant Nation, we just want to encourage you to share this broadcast. Let somebody know you're watching some real sports talk on this morning. Who knows, your share may turn somebody else on to the Red and Rev Sports Show and become a regular of Revenite Nation. As we talk about Revenite Nation, let's go to Revenite Nation. Let's see who's tuning in on this morning. What's up? Eric Parker, the VP, is in the building. He slammed down the gavel for another 5 session of the Red and Red Sports Show. Let's get it. What's up, Brother Nando? Glad to have you.
What up, Nando? Joe in the house.
Fire off Smith Money. The VP is definitely happy about your numbers pick. But we know the VP is a huge San Francisco 49er fan. What's going on, Brother Winston Thornton? Glad to have you.
What's
Good
up, man?
morning to you, Brother Tony Jackson. Glad
Tony
to
in the
have
house.
you. Revenite Nation in the house. As we normally start the show, we go to our dope, nope, and cope moments for this particular week. When we're dope, we're saying that's our favorite or best moment. Nope, we're shaking our head at somebody or something that happened in the sports world. Coping, we're trying to reconcile. We're try to make peace about something that went awry in the sports world this past week. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit this week. I'm gonna start with you, Red, so nobody can take your dope moment for this week. So what you got for us, brother?
Okay. I am doping on one. Is that an echo still? I'm sorry, y'all.
We
I don't
can
know what's
hear.
going on
We
with
can.
Wi-Fi today.
We can't hear. We can't hear. So you go ahead on.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, you can't hear. Okay, never mind. All right. I am doping on one. Kim Neen, Florida Marlins former GM. Kim Neen resigned from her position last week, and I applaud her because she was number one of the few women GM in sports, and she built that Marlins team into a playoff team, and they wanted her to hire a new boss in front of her, and she said, "No, I am going to resign. I am not going to let you disrespect me like that. I built this team into the playoff contender, and I deserve that promotion. I'm not going to let you bring somebody in to look over me. So I am stepping down. I am going to keep my dignity and respect." And I agree with you, Kim Nee. Good job. Don't let them give you a boss after you just built them a playoff team, and now they want to put somebody over you. Good job. Resign and go to another team and help them build a playoff team. So my dope moment goes to Kim Nee, former Florida Marlins GM.
All right, Coach, what are you doping on?
My dope moment goes to the Las Vegas Aces, who won their WNBA championship in a pretty good game contest against the New York Liberty by 1 point. The girl had a shot at the end, she missed it. And props also to Asia Wilson, who won the MVP. Should have been the MVP for the season, but here nor there. Los Angeles Aces. Quietly, Los Angeles is building some franchises. The Golden Knights won the hockey and the women's basketball. So I don't think football, but moving on.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Well, I'm gonna pull a red right here. Coach actually stole my dope moment, so I gotta pivot. I'm doping on the Houston Astros going down 2 games at home, comes back to win 3 straight games in Dallas, Texas to make the ALCS series. So big ups to the Houston Astros under the player leadership of Jose Altuve and under the managerial leadership of former Brave, Dusty Baker. Let's go, Astros!
Oh, yeah.
All right. Coach, what are you noping on?
Awesome.
I'm gonna stay in the same vein. My no moment goes to the New York Liberty players for failing to show up for their interviews after the game, which is a violation of rules. Ladies, you won, you be in front of the camera. You lost, you got to get in front of the camera. We're so sorry, but you can't pull a okie doke and say we're not going to show up. We're not going to be there. And the league has clapped them on the back and said, no, thank you, can't do that. So no moment goes to the New York Liberty. You played well all year. You just ran into the Aces of buzzsaw. So next time, show up for your interview.
Oh, come on.
All right. I'm going to note on again the WNBA. It's a similar note that I had last week, but I had a chance to tune in to the last 4 minutes of Game 4 of the WNBA championship. And if you are a basketball fan, if you like fundamental basketball, the WNBA championship, for what I saw for 4 minutes, was excellent basketball to watch. Very competitive, very skilled play. But guess what? Nobody really saw it because once again, the WNBA is putting their WNBA championship against the MLB playoffs and on Sundays against NFL football. Somebody please get in touch with some WNBA official and say the goal is to advance the base, not just to maintain the base, okay? So that y'all can stop complaining about women's salaries. You're helping women's salaries stay low when you don't advance the game by allowing more eyes to watch the game. Okay? Let's be smart. I don't want to hear nobody else talking about how low women's salaries when the executives in the largest league in America is helping them not get more exposure. Because if you tell somebody, what do you want to watch? The NFL or WNBA? Who's going to win that? If you ask somebody, what do you want to watch? MLB playoffs or the WNBA championship? Who's going to win that? So don't talk to me about women's salaries and how low they are when the women themselves, the ones who are making the high decision, is mostly women. I can guarantee you that because the women commission, the WNBA commissioner is a woman. All them folk in high offices are women, and you are holding women back because y'all don't have the understanding that you don't put your product up against proven products in America. I'm done. May the Lord bless you.
Well, I tell you, I don't have to say nothing. I don't have to say nothing after that.
May the Lord bless you.
That's all I got for him. May the Lord bless you.
He's right. He's right. I'll do.
Oh Lord, help
Okay,
us.
My
what you
note
know?
moment needs to be note to red for trying to go after that right there. Real, that was more of a cope moment right there. Rev got his dope and cope in the same way. All right, I guess I'll keep it basketball since everybody on basketball. My note moment goes to T.O. or maybe the guy who tried to hit T.O. Well, I'm just trying to figure out T.O. Oh man, who are you arguing with, and who are you making that mad that want to hit you with a car after a pickup basketball game, not an NBA game, not a game where y'all playing for money, just a regular pickup basketball game in Calabasas, California. Calabasas, not Compton, not Watts, not Slauson Avenue, Crenshaw. We're talking about Calabasas, California. T.O., Lord, man, will you please stop picking on those little silver spoon guys in Calabasas, California? One of them almost tried to hit you with his Lamborghini. So, T.O., stop making those guys mad. Just beat them down in the pickup game and go on about your business. Stop trying to take pot shots at them so they can get all upset, crank that car up, put it up to high speed, and boom, finna come at you, T.O. T.O. probably got out the way, probably dive like an action movie. Ah! He probably just missed them by that much. So, T.O., be more careful after you pick up games, dog, man. I don't want nothing happening to you over some crap like that. So, my note moment goes, surprisingly to T.O., because I'm pretty sure you antagonize somebody who you just beat in a basketball game.
Two.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's on me coping. I'm coping on the fact that my Atlanta Braves had the best record in baseball, and I'm not seeing them in further postseason play. It is absolutely terrible that my Braves are not playing, and I'm just looking at how they could have gone straight to the World Series, beating the Arizona Diamondbacks, but I guess it wasn't in the baseball cards for us, and hopefully at some point they'll change that buy situation. But if they don't, y'all already know what I'm pushing for in 2024. Wild card all the way, Atlanta Braves. Let's go. All right. All right, Coach. What are you coping on, man? I mean,
Uh,
yeah. Coach, what are you coping on?
my cold moment goes to one, and
I'm sorry, Coach. It's on the red. My fault. Red, what are you coping
I'm
on?
sorry.
Oh, you can go, Coach. I go last.
Oh, well, my cold moment goes to one Matt Canada, offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Your job is in serious jeopardy when you got people on college game day holding up signs saying "Fire Matt Canada." You got to deal with this all year, sir. At Pittsburgh Penguins hockey games, at football games, even at a Buffalo Bills game. So, Matt Canada, I'm gonna put you in my thoughts, my brother, because you having a hard time, and I hope you can make it through the season. If you can't, well, tough for you. So, my coach moment go Matt Canada.
Red, what are you coping on in this segment?
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm coping on one Matt Ryan. That's right, Matt Ryan, who has turned into one of the best NFL analysts out there. And I got a quote where I actually like listening to Matt Ryan call football games. So, like I say, all those folks who want to put Matt Ryan up on the pedestal, I'm gonna have to cope with him because him being a good NFL analyst is gonna enhance his past playing career and enhance his Hall of Fame chances in about 5 years when he's up. Because in the next 5 years, dude is probably gonna be CBS's probably best game analyst. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Ryan take over for Tony Romo too, as being on a top team. So Matt Ryan, I guess I gotta cope with still having you in my life, man. And you're gonna be here for a while because I can see you calling games for a while. But good job, Matt. I like your NFL analyzation.
So he's breaking the mold, huh?
He did okay with that Falcon game last week. I wasn't even mad at him.
All right, let's see what Reverend Knight Nation has to add to our Dope Note and Cope on today. What's up with you, Dante? Glad to have you in the house. The VP is doping on the Las Vegas Aces, winning back-to-back championships, first time in 20 years. That the W has had back-to-back champs. Side dope, Aja Williams. He's going along with Coach as she was the Finals MVP. Joe Black is doping on Calais Campbell for getting his 100 sack in losing fashion. All right.
Right back.
Nando Binghamton is doping on Ain't Lost, doping on Arthur Smith. Still has a job, coping on Trotton Ritter on the field, knowingly lied to this fan base by not having him playing in preseason. What's up, brother Anthony House? All right, VP said he's read and coach and the VP are on the same page with dope. And nope, the VP goes on New York Liberty not making their players and coaches available to the media. Fined 20K, 5K rather, and individual players were fined 2K. He loves it. That's that man treatment right there. Good morning to you, Mr. President. Thank you for checking in from the Dwayne Johnson eyebrow race invitation in Talking Rock, Georgia. Man, I'm gonna be in Georgia next week. Please show me where Talking Rock is. That would be appreciated. The VP says the WNBA execs are tone deaf. They simply don't get it. Amen to that, brother. The president said, I'd rather watch turtle gymnastics than the not basketball. He said, at Red's point, T.O.'s popcorn went flying. Joe Black, noping on Arthur Smith as anything other than the air. Good morning, brother Christian Trailer. Glad to have you. Joe Black coping with UGA have to play without Brock. Yeah, we're going to get to that later in the show. That's a huge loss. Winston Thornton says Steelers should bring in Byron Leftwich as OC. Coach, you saying amen to that?
Not quite.
Okay.
Not quite.
Now Ryan needs to stick to commentating. Football is over for him. I haven't heard him as a commentator, so I can't say amen to that, but definitely football is over for him. I can definitely say amen to that. Winston Thornton, Matt, work in the booth is going to be the reason he gets into the Hall of Fame. I mean, have you heard him, Coach?
I heard bits and pieces. He's pretty good. I give him credit where credit due. He's pretty good.
Okay, and the president is doping on Angel Reese signing the Reebok deal with Shaq. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why she don't need WNBA.
Nice. All right. So let's move on, man. Moving on this train. We got a little time to do the little MLB recap since we got 11:20. We can get these picks in before 12 o'clock. We see that the series have turned into series. It looked like there was going to be sweeps for a minute. Phillies dominated the Arizona Diamondbacks in Philadelphia, won both of those games where the Diamondbacks didn't have a prayer. And then on Thursday and Friday, they come back winning 2 games at home. Then it looked like it was all over for the Houston Astros. They lost 2 home games to the Texas Rangers, and then they come back on Texas Field, winning 3 games in a row. So let's start with the ALCS since we see that they're going to a game 6, which will be tomorrow. What do you believe the outcome will be? Why do you think the outcome will be the way you think it will be? So who you got basically? Coach, we'll start with you.
This one, it looked like Texas was about to make some hay, but I think it might be over for them. The little incident with Garcia last night kind of stirred them up and got Texas riled up trying to play. And then you give up a home run to the little pocket rocket, Jose Altuve, and now that series has swung completely all over to Houston, and it's over. I think it's over. That demoralized Texas. They had it, and they should have won, but they didn't. So I think Houston about to put them away and go to the championship, World Series again.
Go ahead, Red.
Oh, okay. Well, it might be over, Coach. It might be over. I think what might save Texas is they got their ace or one of their aces going in the next game, and Evaldi, who been pretty good this postseason. I mean, he really ain't lost his whole postseason. ERA 2.29, and what's bad for Houston is they worst pitcher going in the playoffs on the next game. That's Valdez, who's 0-2 in the playoffs with a ERA north of almost 12. So, I mean, if you're looking at the pitching matchup, then you say Texas got one more shot, and we'll be going for a game 7 in Houston on Monday. But I mean, now like you say, now it could be hard. That what happened. Teams usually falter after that. But the only reason I'm saying Texas got a shot is because their best pitcher is on the mound for them in the next game, and what's been Houston's worst pitcher this playoffs is on the mound for them in the next game. So that might be Texas' saving grace. But in a sense, overall, I'm kind of with you, Coach. The game that Texas lost last night, that's the type of game that usually kill the series for teams. So we'll see, but it might be over. It might be over. But if not, then we'll be going to a game 7 on Monday.
Well, you both do know that the Astros have not done well at home this year.
No.
They have not done well at home all season long. During the regular season, they were quite a few games under 500. In the playoffs, they are, I believe, 1-3 in home games. In the playoffs, in games 6 and 7 are in Houston. So, do you think you all both are predicting that they'll at least win one at home?
Yeah, I just because they stole that game last night, that momentum shifts, and that kind of puts something on Texas' mind. And I don't know if Texas, like I said, I don't know if Texas can recover from losing a game that they thought they had won last night.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the NLCS. We have a series now. Series tied 2-2. Game 5 is tonight in Arizona. We see that Craig Kimbrell is no longer the fire launcher that he used to be. Lost game 3, and then gave up runs in game 4. Lost that game as well. So the Phillies have to really be asking questions if they have a real closer or not. So with that being said, do you all see the Phillies bouncing back and winning these series, or will this Diamondback come back and steal this series? Go ahead, Red.
I think eventually the Phillies should prevail. I know it's tied up now. And even though the Diamondbacks got the ace on the mound tonight, Phillies is Zach Gallen. Phillies bringing Zach Wheeler to the game. So you got two Zachs, Zach Gallen and Zach Wheeler pitching tonight. So I would not expect Philly to come back and prevail. But if the Diamondbacks win tonight with their ace on the mound, man, Phillies they're gonna start tightening up a little bit because choke jobs and Philadelphia teams are just as significant as big time moments. They have big time moments and they have choking moments too. So it's not beyond the possibilities for the Phillies to choke now. The home folks act like they just this unbeatable team that can't choke. Okay, because technically they shouldn't have lost these last 2 games to Diamondbacks. They really should have swept the Diamondbacks if you want to be honestly. So the fact that it's tied up 2-2 lets you know that the series is not going as predicted. Honestly, Rev, tonight is gonna be big. Tonight is gonna be big for the Phillies. I think whoever wins tonight might have the edge.
Let's go Diamondbacks.
Because Arizona's manager is actually impressing me with some of the moves he makes. And they manager is doing a decent job in keeping them in the series. More so as Philly's manager is detracting from them, and the only reason they still around is because of the talent on the team. So Rob Thompson, I think your 15 minutes of fame has gone.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Coach, your thoughts?
Hey, you got Arizona, who really, the younger guys are stepping up for Arizona and playing ball. Like Alex Thomas was a big home run last night. They really don't have anything to lose because everybody saw Philadelphia was playing and pretty much say, well, it's a done deal at Philly going to the World Series. But Arizona's playing like, hey, what do we have to lose? And if their pitching can hold Philly down, I think they'll get more punch hits than Philly.
So who are you predicting?
I'm going to pick upset. I'm going to pick Arizona to steal the series and go to the World Series. I'm going to pick Arizona.
Well, that sure would not be MLB's choice. That's for sure.
I know. They show what they want Philly because they love all the hype from the Philly fans and everything, who the craziest fans in America look like. So, yeah.
All right, man. Good morning to you, Jer. I'm with you, man. Go Diamondbacks. As soon as the Phillies get out, I can have a little bit of a relief up in here. Because I cannot, every time all where I drive in Pennsylvania is red in October, and it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves. Arizona's doing the house money right now. They are. Yeah. So, I mean, there's this main strip where I live in Coatesville, and I gotta go past that strip to get to a lot of different places. It's a tax spot. And they got the Phillies red October. I mean, it's like, man, when their teams advance, man, it's crazy. Like all the buildings in Philadelphia are red. Just like when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, every building that night was green. I just can't.
Lord.
But we'll talk a little later about the Eagles because they did make a move this week that was a little bit palatable for me to want them to do all right. Diamondbacks, Texas World Series. So Nando says the Houston Astros continue their losing ways at home. That's what he's saying.
Interesting.
That would be a terrible World Series rating wise.
Yeah. They wouldn't want that one.
There's no team on the East Coast.
They wouldn't want that one at all.
That'd be a ratings disaster. Yeah. Because Houston, though they've been known for cheating, they still have like more of a national brand than the Texas Rangers. And then you got, of course, the African American community will chime in because Dusty, so you got that going on. But with a Texas Arizona final, that's a ratings disaster. But we'll see if Nando is a baseball prophet.
Rev, I know you wasn't proud of Dusty last night with those extracurricular words he was using.
Dusty was speaking in tongues.
I should have give him a pass for that movie right there.
Dusty Baker for back-to-back World Series. I'm down with that. Since the Braves can't win, I'm all about Dustin. All about Dustin. All right, Jimmy, let's move on to these football picks, NCAA picks. Uh, we'll see where we are in the standings,
Oh
and then
Lord.
we'll get ready to rock on a little bit. So let's do this real quick.
Woo. Okay. Woo, look at the time. Woohoo.
Here we are this week, ladies and gentlemen. Red man just rocked out last week. He called all the games 7-0. We thought he was foolish with that Missouri pick. He turned out to be a prophet. That boosted his record a great deal. So we're both tied at 24 and 19. We're tied for third place. So Monty went 4-3, tied. He's in second place by himself, and then Coach is
Yeah.
up 2 games on Armani and 3 games up on Red and Rev in the standings. So, Red, congratulations. I think that's the first perfect pick week that we've had this year. So,
Yep.
you balled out, my brother. You balled out. Definitely, you balled out.
I had to get back in this race somehow. That was the only way to do it.
Yeah, you definitely did your thing last week. Red Rose was on fire last weekend for sure.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, Coach, you still in first place.
I was
So
on
then
something last week. I don't know what it was, but I was on something.
all right, so you want to pick first, second, third? You still in first place.
Yeah, might as well go first. It won't hurt nothing.
All right, man. Let's get some pick 'em music to it. Let's rock with 50 Cent. Let's do it. All right, Coach.
That's right. So Red was in the club last week, boy. When I mopped up in the club with my undefeated week. Woo, woo, boy, Red was popping and mopping.
Oh, Lord, we done turned them up. Red was a legend last week. All right, here we go. Red Nation, feel free to pick with us. We'll put your pick on the screen. First game, Washington State versus Oregon. Oregon coming off that tough loss against Washington last week. Coach, you got it.
Oregon is angry. This won't be hard. Oregon is angry. Oregon gonna win.
All right, Red, what you got?
Yeah. This time Oregon had a disappointment last week. They at home. They still represent the home turf. Unless they really are the starring team that I told Winston they were. But don't worry, Winston. Your DuckTales, we didn't cancel you last week. We gave you one more chance to prove you deserve to be the big dog. So Duck soup for one more week at least, Winston.
That making it unanimous. I'm going with Oregon as well. Nation, feel free to put your picks in there. We'll pull them up in just a second. Next game, Red, it's on you. Ole Miss versus Auburn. This is in Auburn. There's Lane Kiffin going to Auburn and get the done. Who you got, Red?
I'm gonna take Lane Kiffin on the road. That's all I need to see at Auburn when my UGA guys play. They'll hang around early, make you think they got a chance, but in the end, a better team will prevail. Ole Miss is the better team. They will prevail over Auburn on the road.
I'm going with you with Ole Miss as well, man. I have no faith in Auburn. Hugh Freeze, I got to give him another year or two to get that program back. But Auburn will make some noise at some point, but not this year. Coach, who you got?
I do not like anything about Ole Miss at all. Nothing. I have to go with them.
All right, let's see the Revenant Nation pick of these first 2 games. We got the other game, we got Oregon. Winston got Oregon. Brother Vincent got Oregon Ducks. Brother Vincent got the Rebels. Winston got Ole Miss. Brandon Jackson got Fox. I don't know what that is. Eric Parker got Ole Miss, and Damon Johnson Sr. got Ole Miss. Nando got Oregon and Ole Miss. All right, on to the next game. It's on me, man. Tennessee versus Alabama. This game was in Tennessee. I was leaning Tennessee direction, but this game is in Tuscaloosa, and there's nothing about the Tennessee Vols that suggests to me that they have the firepower to go into Alabama and beat them. So I'm going with the Tennessee Vols. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Alabama Crimson Tide to protect home field advantage and pull out maybe a 3 to 4 point victory. So give me the Crimson Tide. Who you got, Coach?
Woo! Tennessee and Alabama. Whoa. They in Alabama, so I get a slight edge to Alabama.
All right, Red, what you got?
Yeah, if it was in Tennessee, I would definitely go Tennessee. But Alabama, I'm thinking they're gonna protect the home field. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a game going into the fourth quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama needs something special to pull it off. But I'm gonna pick Alabama because they still at home, and until they prove otherwise, I trust them at home.
Winston has an upset Tennessee to VP.
Uh-oh.
Carrying the banner for Lieutenant Sonar. Victor and Monty going his own side. Brother Dana Johnson saying he
Oh,
thinks he's going with Tennessee. Nando's Bama Bill. Eric Parker going to Alabama. All right, Coach, you're up. Next game, your boys, Utah versus USC. Will they bounce back from that shellacking they took at the hands of Notre Dame in South Bend last week? Red and I tried to warn you, but you would jump on board.
Well, I mean, Notre Dame, I give Al Golden, the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, all the credit because he devised a great scheme to beat them and to confuse Caleb Williams. And then Caleb Williams tried to do too much. He tried to make plays that wasn't there. So he rebounds. Somebody slapped him this week in practice and told him, hey, get your mind right, son. Rebound game against Utah. Utah still without their starting quarterback. So I don't know if their offense can put up enough points. So I'm going to go with USC.
Red, who you rolling with?
I'm gonna take USC to bounce back at home against Utah. I mean, I know I get on them a lot, but I think they're good enough to bounce back from a loss last week against Dame. Now, if Utah come in there and beat them up, then we'll know that they were very overrated this year. But I expect USC to bounce back versus, yeah, looks like they do have some injuries versus a very injured Utah team.
I'm gonna maybe unanimous. If this game were in Utah, I would definitely be picking Utah. But this game is in Southern California, so I gotta go to USC. I just don't see Caleb Williams playing another terrible game like he did last week. So he definitely will bounce back. And I'm gonna go with USC for the dub, but Gemini Nation is all on that Utah. So brother Winston from Utah, Dana Johnson Sr., Utah. Good morning to you. Maurice Pearl, the Prime Minister from Miami, is in the house. He's going with Utah. VP is giving me the 2 weeks.
Wow. Y'all are being the prisoner of the moment now. Really prisoner of the moment.
Go brought it back to USC and Eric Parker got USC. I think folk are piling on USC because of that treacherous loss last week. But I think they're bounced back.
That's fine.
Harvey, it's on you, man.
They got to understand the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean that game, you could just tell UFC was trying to lose last week. Just inking out victories against Colorado and Arizona. They were asking to lose, man. And
Yeah.
going on the road to
Yeah.
South Bend, it was right there, wide open,
Yeah.
that they were going to see. Yeah, they didn't see.
They ain't
All
gonna
right,
do
well,
that at home now.
well, we hope not. We hope not for our pick's sake. All right, Duke versus Florida State, man. Who you got, Red?
Against my better judgment, even though I want them to lose, I can't see them losing to Duke at home now. Even if this was at Duke, I probably would still pick Florida State because if a team gonna beat them, I don't see a team like Duke beat them. Even though Duke is 5-1, playing very impressive football. I mean, Florida State, if you really think you can hang with the big dogs of UCA, you can't be losing to no Duke at home. So I'm gonna trust you to win this week. If you watch it, Easton, you take your blowings this week, but don't think I eventually they're gonna lose one of these games, but not this week.
I'm gonna go with Florida State as well. It's at home. I don't see Duke going into Florida State, beating Florida State in Tallahassee. So I'm gonna ride with Florida State for the dub. Coach, who you got?
Florida State, they just announced that Duke's Riley Leonard, the starting quarterback, is a game time decision. So, Florida State.
All right, Winston is picking up the speed.
You had a lot of upsets this week, Winston.
Maurice Thorpe said that Steve Tallahassee. You can tell that's the Miami Hurricane jazz right there. Benson Wingate, the DC, got the nose. Nando got the Florida State nose. Dana got Florida State. Eric Parker got Florida State. You all do know that we have picked all the games together. There's been no deviation. So now we'll see if there's deviation. While we pick this last game, Penn State versus Ohio State, which will kick off in 18 minutes. I wanted to believe in Penn State, but then when I saw their victory this year, I just could not pull the trigger to say that the Nittany Lions are going to go into the horseshoe to beat Ohio State. After I saw Ohio State early this season win a thriller against Notre Dame in South Bend. I don't know if Ohio State's the real deal, but I don't think Penn State will be the one to test them this week. So I'm going with Ohio State. Who you got, Coach?
Ohio State gets Henderson back, so the running back's back, so they're fully loaded now. I'm going to Ohio State. James Franklin, look at his number. 0-9 against top 10 teams on the road. That ain't looking good for him. I don't think it's going to change. Ohio State.
Now, Red, this is the type of moment you like to just be different. He doesn't like when we all agree. You know, like Red like toxic relationships. You know, he don't like when everybody get along.
Now look, now Ryan Day ain't really impressed me with none of these victories this year, and I'm just so sick of this me against the world. Anybody folks are really just down Ohio State every week, man. You was in the playoffs last year. What are you talking about? You know what, Rev? I am. I'm ready to shut Ryan Day mouth up for once, man. Who knows? Maybe Penn State can go in there and get one this week. You know what? All because I want to hate on my hood manager is Ohio State Buckeyes. Because my hood manager, he Ohio State fan. So just so I can go to work and tell him Monday that I told you your Ohio State boys couldn't hang with my big dog. Rev against my better judgment. Penn State.
I did good. We almost hitting 300 shows. I know where Red's going to deviate. I just saw it in his face. So we've been agreeing too much. Red don't like agreement. He don't like touching an agreement.
I thought we would have disagreed a few games before. I thought we were gonna disagree with the Utah game, but yeah, I rock with Penn State this week just to give us some competition for that game.
All right, man. Well, Revenite Nation is definitely deviating. Where he said, Bro
Ain't nobody
Dana
with
got
me. Oh, there we go. There goes Dana. Oh,
Winston
Winston.
got
Oh, yeah.
Nando
Oh,
got
no. Man.
DP got Ohio State. Eric
Hey.
Parker got Ohio State. Maurice Thorne, the Prime Minister, got Ohio State. And then the president got his upset special.
Uh-oh.
Brother Case got Ohio for the win. And Red just likes touching the green. Now, we did have one deviation. Lieutenant Sonar, a.k.a. Armani, he did deviate at least one game. He went with Utah over coaches USC, Trojan.
And he gonna lose that one.
That's the one
Well, we
deviation.
we used our money making bad picks. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna move to our HBCU report. Coach, get ready real quickly. Let me get some HBCU music up. Oh no. Here we go. We're gonna Coach, I'm gonna do this to you, man, because you got a big game against JSU, and want to just prepare y'all for the halftime show that JSU gonna give y'all.
Oh no! Not that terrible. Oh no! Help me, Lord. Ooh.
This is exactly the reaction, man. Known as the Sonic Boom. All right, Coach, get ready, man, for this
Hey, Rev, it's homecoming week. It's homecoming week for everybody.
just about everybody, yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. Coach, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
Here we go. All right, here we go. It's swag time, ladies and gentlemen. Today, October 21st. Alcorn playing UAPB. Jackson State comes to the Delta to take on the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. We will beat them despite that music. Southern going against Bethune-Cookman. And FAMU, the clubhouse leader right now, takes on Texas Southern. All right, moving on to the React. North Carolina Central came back on Morgan State. Morgan State had them down. North Carolina Central came out 1-16-10. Then you got South Carolina State against Delaware State and Norfolk State against Howard. That's going to be a good one. Moving on to the SIAC, you got Lane against Virginia Lynchburg, Benedict against Kentucky State, Clark Atlanta against Central State. We got a good one in Wildcat Stadium. Fort Valley, not Fort Valley, but Fort Valley against Morehouse. Savannah State, Tuskegee. Savannah State's homecoming. Miles against Allen, and Edward Waters against Albany State. And finally, in the CIAA, Bluefield State against Bowie State. Virginia Union against Lincoln, PA. Livingston against Shaw. Winston-Salem against St. Augustine. Fayetteville State against Johnson C. Smith. And finally, Virginia State against Elizabeth City State. That's your HBCU report for Saturday, October 21st. Watch the game today.
Coach with the HBC report. And we'll see if your team will knock off Jackson State.
I'll be watching at 3 o'clock. I want to see.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it's halftime of the Red and Red Sports Show, so let's get ready to do our
Fort Valley and Morehouse this week, I think.
There's more Fort Valley over Morehouse this week. Morehouse team. All right. We finished the first half of the Red and Red Sports Show. We got second half. We got some pro football coming your way. We got a little bit of NBA talk coming your way. So hang out with your boys for the second half of the Red and Red Sports Show. We will be right back. Muted. And we are back on the Red and Red Sports Show, coming to you with the second half of the Red and Red Sports Show. Red keeps running somewhere, so we don't know where he's running to. But hopefully he'll be back in just a moment. With that being said, we're going to move to our NBA preview. It's that time. So here it is. The VP would definitely have me to do this real quickly.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know it's that time when you hear that music. Curtis Blow basketball time. Let's go and back. Yeah. All right, so let's get ready to talk about the NBA. I wish they would push the season back in November. Still, like the height of football, you know, like still in some of the. I'm just not ready for basketball right now. But this is this is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. That's Curtis Blow's line, but I love.
Real, you say
I
you
love
not ready for basketball?
nah, man, it's still football, man. They need to push the NBA season back to November.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I feel you. What about December? I say December.
Yeah, that would. I
Re-
mean,
Remember how they
that's
did for Christmas?
yeah, because that's pretty much where the NCAA season is basically over. All you got left is bowl games, and then the pros are starting to shift into playoff mode. That would probably be a good start, but I guess the main thing is they don't want to move the games all the way to the summer. That would take away summer league and things of that. So, but it's here. Ain't nothing we can do about it. So all we can do is talk about it since it's already here. Bro Wentz said, "What's going on, fellas? Chat, chat, smash." That brother, he's been over to YouTube, and he said, "Red got the bubble gut."
Oh Lord.
All
Okay,
right,
that was a good one. You got me.
all right. So we know as we talk NBA basketball with this NBA preview, there have been quite a few significant changes that have happened this this coming season. We know the big domino to fall was Damian Lillard going to the Milwaukee Bucks from the Portland Trailblazers. So you have this dynamic duo. I'm not going to call it the trio because Middleton continues to be hurt. So now you got Greek Freak and Dame on the same team. And then we see the Boston Celtics made some noise by trading away Marcus Smart, ultimately getting Kristaps Porzingis. And
Crispy.
then the Milwaukee Bucks made a trade for Damian Lillard. We know that Drew Holiday initially went to Portland, but wound up being traded to the Boston Celtics. So now the Boston Celtics have Jason Tatum, Brother Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, and Drew Holiday.
Crispy.
That's a pretty good foursome right there. And then the Lakers, made some good moves during the summer, boosting their depth, maintaining what they already had, bringing back Austin Reeves, bringing Hashimura back, and then they were able to sign Vanderbilt to an extension. And then you got some size that they brought in with Christian Wood and the Paxson kid from that was playing in New Orleans. And then they got some wing help and Gabe Vincent, the guy who was a major shooter who played in the NBA championship last year with the Miami Heat. So yeah, quite a few moves. So with that being said, let's start with the Western Conference favorite, and then you give us your Eastern Conference favorite. So give us your two favorites and explain how did you come to that conclusion. Who wants at it first?
I'll go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Go
coach.
ahead, coach.
Who you
Um,
think?
in the Western Conference, I mean, it's hard to go against the Nuggets because it looked like the only thing that's gonna stop the Nuggets are injuries. They returned to pretty much their whole team, give or take, without Brown, who decided he won his championship and he'll go to Indiana. I don't know how smart that was, but hey, you got your title. And I go with the Nuggets. You got contenders like the Lakers, the Suns, Golden State. They say they're contenders, but I guess I can put the in there. But if it was up to me right now, going into the season, I go with the Nuggets to win the Western Conference again and repeat. Dark horse, New Orleans Pelicans.
The dark horse to win the championship?
Oh no, to contend. Oh no, they ain't gonna win the championship. They'll be one of the teams that makes some noise. Not winning, they'll make some noise.
Eastern Conference.
You said the East?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I know everybody choo-choo gonna be on the Milwaukee train because of what they got. But like you said earlier, Middleton got to stay healthy. Otherwise, I'm gonna give it to Boston. I think this would be Boston's year this year to do some damage. When they stole Holiday to replace Keith Smart. I mean Marcus Smart. I don't want to call Keith Smart. Going back to Indiana, Marcus Smart. So they could be the one that come out of the East. You also got Philly. They ever get rid of the Albatross, y'all know who he is, then they'll be okay. And Miami is always in the mix. No matter what, they're supposed to always keep them relevant, even though they couldn't get Lillard. So I'm gonna go with Boston in the East.
So coach has a Denver. There's an echo. Somebody got to
Denver and Boston.
Somebody got an extra device going.
I don't know.
Well, I've been trying to figure out it all day.
Seems like it's going on. All right. So coach has a Denver Boston finals. Red, are you agreeing with coach's final two?
I'm agreeing with half of it. The eastern part, the western part.
Well, before you go to the western part, tell us why you agree with the eastern part.
I think Boston. This is the year for Boston to get over the hump. I mean, they I'm trying to think who made the. Oh, okay, Miami. That's why they got beat by Miami. Okay. But yeah, it's time they have been fighting and fighting again. This is year that I think they at least get out the East, or at least they're gonna make the finals. It's either gonna be my prediction for the East is Bucks and Celtics fighting for it all in the East, and it'll be one of them. And just because I think what's gonna happen in the West, I'll go with the Celtics. So we can have a battle, a fight to the end, baby, for this 18th ring. That's right. I don't want it easy. It's a certain team I want to beat for it, and that's the team I'm picking to get past the Bucks, just to get past the Bucks in the East, so they can take this beat down in the finals. So I'm taking Boston to get past Milwaukee in the East, and I think those two are going to be the teams to beat in the East, Milwaukee and Boston. I give Miami. And on the backside, I'm kind of interested to see what these Hawks do. But I ain't gonna speak big on them. The Hawks more like a show me first before I say them. I don't think Philly gonna be up there. I think Philly's gonna have some type of backslide this year. I think the Harden issue is gonna affect them. I think the Maxey future might affect them. I'm saying because he might want to get paid, and I don't think Embiid want to deal with all that drama this year. And I'm hoping he asked out. So maybe my Hawks can have a chance to get him. I don't think Embiid gonna win a ring in Philly. I think that window is closing quickly. I like Nick Nurse as a coach. He'll help the defense, but eventually I think this team just gonna get broken up. They had their opportunities, and it started when my Hawks eliminated them 3 years ago. That's when all this started. So, I think Philly's gonna take a slide back, and I think up and comer in the East might be Orlando. Surprisingly.
Okay.
Oh, okay. As far as the West go, you know who I'm taking in the West. Uh, I'll tell you a team, a dark horse on that. I'm thinking it might be this year in the West, San Antonio, because I think the Victor kid is gonna bring new life to the Spurs. That's why Pop resigned. I think the Spurs are on their way back up. They've been down for a while, and now with the Victor kid and him playing sort of decent so far. I know they need Rev. I know they need some additional pieces now. It's early, but I can see the Spurs rising up. Rev, don't give me that look. I can see the Spurs rising up a little bit.
Help me understand what rising up means to you.
Uh, they might
Are they
make
gonna
the play.
come into the playoffs, play in? Is that what you're saying?
Uh, they might maybe between 6 and the 8 seed. They might hang around. They might. I just think the Spurs are gonna be a better team than we anticipate this year.
I would hope so if they got the number one pick. If you got
All right, but yeah,
approved it, then you
but now,
wasted
coach,
it.
yeah, I do like as long as Zion stay healthy, and I think he's very motivated to stay healthy. I think the Pelicans might be the team to look out for this year too.
He might be willing, but is his body willing to stay healthy? That's the
Yay.
question.
With all that trash, with all that drama he had in the off season, his body better be willing.
You can't at this juncture. I think it's safe to say we can't trust Williamson's body. I mean, it's just the bottom line is he's too hefty for those feet, and something's gonna come down the pipe where he's not going to finish the season for one reason or another. They have a good nucleus. There's no doubt about it. You got Brandon Ingram, Zion, and CJ McCollum. That's a pretty solid three. And when Zion's on the court, he is a force to be reckoned with. There's no doubt about it. But I think his body is going to fail him. So I don't even consider New Orleans to really make any serious noise, to really be a threat in the West. Coach, uh, I think Denver's going to take a flight. They underestimate the importance of Bruce Brown in those playoffs, man. Bruce Brown was that dog. Bruce Brown made life very difficult for the Los Angeles Lakers. And then they lost their other good key guy off the bench, Jeff Green. And it's going to be, a question on who is going to take those two primary positions off the bench for the Denver Nuggets. I thought you might mention the Clippers, but I guess the Clippers fall in the same vein as the New Orleans Pelicans. Can they stay healthy? They got Kawhi and Paul George when healthy. Those two guys can really make some noise. And then they got Russ as the third player. And then, they won't get rid of Terrence Mann, so they must have big plans for him because that's the guy that the Philadelphia 76ers want in a James Harden trade. But the Clippers said, no, Terrence Mann is not on the market. So, the Clippers could make some noise if they stay healthy. Uh, the Los Angeles Lakers, I think they have the most depth. They added some pieces where they were flawed last year against the Joker. They got bodies, and that's the main thing that you want against the Joker. They got more bodies that can match up, not stop, but match up the Joker when they bring in Christian Wood, when they bring in Paxson. Paxson's kind of like a Dwight Howard light type player where he can aggravate you, and Joker don't like those kind of players. Then you still can put Hashimura on him from time to time, and then for a short moment, you can even put LeBron on them and Anthony Davis. So I think the Lakers really had the Nuggets in mind when they orchestrated their team. So I would not be surprised if the Lakers come out the West in the East. I'm going to go and give the nod to the Celtics. I think Drew Holiday was the game changer when Damian Lillard went to Milwaukee because now they have actually somebody who can defend Dame. I'm not saying stop, but can defend and then give Dame the blues on the defensive side because Dame is not much of a defensive player and Drew Holiday can score. So I think the Celtics with Tatum and Brown already being solid forces. To add Porzingis acts like he really wants to play. He looks in great shape. And let's not forget, Porzingis in New York was a force to be reckoned with. He did not do too well with Dallas. He had a decent season with Washington, but who cares when nobody was watching Washington because they weren't playing for anything. So we'll see if Boston will take the East, but I think there's a good chance Boston will take care of the Milwaukee Bucks. So I got a Lakers versus Celtics championship, and we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins. Now, this is all based on no injuries, because
Yeah.
injuries can change the game.
Yeah.
Because even though LeBron is in year 21, I still think he's a major piece for the Lakers to seriously be in
Mm.
championship contention. If he's not healthy, then I think the Lakers' contention is not going to be in place. All right, let's shift gears real quickly. Who's your MVP? Who's your MVP? I'll go first.
Hmm.
This is a dark horse. I think it's going to be difficult for either Dame or Greek Freak to be MVP because they're going to cancel each other out. I don't see anybody from Celtics being able to be uh, the MVP because you got four people, and Porzingis is there, so I think that's going to cancel Tatum out in particular. Um, the Joker is right there again. It's hard to go against the Joker. I don't think MB is going to be playing that much meaningful basketball this year because of the Harden fiasco. So it's either between the Joker or drum roll, please.
I know what you're gonna say.
I wouldn't be surprised, and this would be a dark horse, Anthony Davis.
I ain't
Oh,
think
no
you're gonna
way.
say that.
No way. No, I think you. I thought he was going the Phoenix route.
No, I'm going Anthony Davis because this
Well,
will
he would have
have
to
to
play. He would have to play at least 65 plus games.
right, right. And if the Lakers are going to be the force that Red and I have predicted them to be the Western Conference Finals, he is going to have to shoulder the load. You cannot expect LeBron in year 21 to shoulder the load. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron plays, he might play 50 games. I mean, year 21, that's a whole nother ballgame. So if the Lakers are going to make some noise, Anthony Davis is going to have to be the force. So that's my dark horse, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Joker wins it for the third time. Who wants that next?
I think I'll go take a shot at it. Uh, that's a good pick, Real, for Anthony Davis, being that we predicting the Lakers to have a good season and him to be mostly healthy during that season. Yeah, then yeah, he would have to have one heck of a season. So that would be MVP level. Uh, Rev, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep it on the wing side. I'm gonna go. Either Tatum with the Celtics, or this is the surprise pick, Booker with the Suns.
Hmm. I just don't see Booker getting it because there are too many balls that have to be shared in Phoenix. Because
Mhm.
you got an extra ball now. You got Bradley Beal. So you got Durant, Beal, and Booker. So I think that's going to kind of take away, just like in Boston, you got Brown, Porzingis, Tatum, Holiday. Like
But I
where
think the teammates might look up to those two guys. Might say, okay, you got those guys. We know we're a team, but the farther we go because you Booker, you Tatum, we go as far as y'all gonna take us because they are the best out of all those guys. Booker, you would say is the best between Durant and Beal right now, and you would say Tatum is probably the best player between Drew and Brown and Porzingis right now. So I would say, even though it's got a lot of balls to go around, and a lot. Anthony, what Anthony talking about? I'm just saying. I think those two might shine a little bit more on those teams They might lead the way, is what I'm saying.
So are you telling me that Kevin Durant is ready to yield to Devin Booker?
Well, not yield so much fast. See, I mean, that's Booker's team. Durant is more like the second star. I mean, if this was the movies, Booker name would go first to me because
So
he's
is it Booker's team only because he's been in Phoenix for a while? Because like let's look
yeah.
at Golden. It was Steph's team, but Kevin Durant was still overall the best player
And that's
because
how it's gonna
Steph.
be. See, Durant is the enforcer. Durant is like he's like the guy you bring in to enforce. You know what I'm saying? He's not the boss. You see what I'm saying? If this was say like this was a crew, real Durant will be the important piece of the crew, but he ain't the boss. He ain't Tony Soprano. You see what I'm saying? He'd be more Paulie Walnut or Christopher if we talking the crew. He ain't gonna he not the boss. You see what I'm saying? He ain't never gonna be the boss man.
But if he's the enforcer, that means he's making the clutch shots down the stretch. So
Well,
how can he?
he gonna get his shine on. He gonna get his shine on. But the boss man is ultimately gonna get the credit because I mean, he has got to lead the troop.
Okay, all right. Help us out, Coach. Who's the MVP in your
Coach, you
opinion?
feel what I'm saying? Somewhat.
Yeah, by default, I'm gonna go back to the Joker because, like y'all just said, the other team got the double shots. Uh, Boston got the the three-headed monster. You got Dame and Giannis sharing it. Jokic gonna win because he just solid, I guess. Just
3 years
consistent,
in a row.
and he stayed with the program and does what he needs to do. Now, here's a name that y'all ain't thought about that if he played on a better team would be the MVP. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. If he played on a better team, he probably could be considered. But Oklahoma City not going anywhere, So
I don't know now.
he'll be the MVP of his team. But
That might be a good team. OKC.
like,
OKC, I think OKC will make the playoffs, but Shea is a solid player, but he's not an elite player.
right,
Um, and it's different when you're playing meaningful basketball. So, like, do we see Shea playing meaningful basketball, like being a championship contender? I don't think we're going to see that. And can OKC win a championship or compete for a championship with Shea being the Batman of the team?
not likely. But see, that's why what's the name was disqualified, even though I see a lot of people talking about his name, Anthony Edwards. Because his team not gonna be playing any meaningful basketball come down the stretch. That's why he
Yeah.
disqualified.
I thought about saying him too, but I don't think Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota gonna be good enough for him to get the MVP. And Anthony, will you stop talking about Trae Young? Trae Young ain't get no MVP. You be lucky he don't make a trade demand by mid-season. Trae is not winning MVP, Anthony. Okay, not now.
Yes. You've been sipping on something too much.
Nah, he just love them Hawks, man. I'm trying to teach him about the Hawks, man. He love them. I understand. He a diehard Hawks fan, but he got to understand. You got to be objective about the Hawks, Anthony, is what I'm trying to teach you. Because you
Let's
know what we be saying is true.
let's push for Trae Young to be an all-star. That's a good spot.
Yeah. All-star Anthony, not MVP. Ain't nobody league bias. Trae ain't done nothing to pay. He went to the finals 2 years ago and been regressing ever since. That ain't league bias. That's league facts.
Yeah, that man has not done anything since he lost to Milwaukee Bucks in
He's
conference. So yeah, it's all good. All right,
Is that Miss Harris watching from your church, real?
man, what you watching?
You know what I'm saying? Somebody flow out church, your website. Somebody from your website is watching.
Oh,
On
for
the
real?
Mm.
No, it ain't Sister Harris. She stand on her own name on social media.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
whoever it is, God bless you. All right, let's roll.
Probably Miss Dana.
Well, I know she popped in just for a second. I know she kind of feeling a little blue because
Oh
what happened
yeah.
to the food last night. So she must have.
She gonna be feeling even more blue Sunday night.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, gentlemen, let's get to this 5 for 5. This is the part where we talk about 5 different subjects. Red and Coach will get a chance to talk uninterrupted for one screen and then uh, 15 seconds group screen. And then if they go past a minute, they will be muted. And while they are speaking, then you can chime in and share your thoughts, and we'll post those thoughts on the screen after they've gotten through. And then whatever time is left within that 5 minutes, I'll chime in and say whatever. All right. So let's get ready, man. Uh,
Let's do it.
Aaron Rodgers come back. That's where we're starting off. Let me get the theme music. The
Yeah, here you go. You know, Vincent
Uh-oh.
I already get on you.
Uh-oh.
DP says, not that music.
Right. What was that? That was some 80s Last Dragon right there.
That was still basketball right there. But now let me get the right music because the VP has already given the order. So here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
There you go, VP. We got 5 hours. Let's do it. All right, Red, we're going to start with you, brother. We're going to start with you, brother.
Where we
Let's
going?
do it. Here we go. Let me get cute limits off the screen and then we'll get your time going. Here we go, Red. Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Go with it, Red.
All right. I guess we're talking Aaron Rodgers comeback. I was waiting for Rev to introduce the topic, but Aaron Rodgers comeback. Aaron Rodgers broke his Achilles first week of the season, and now he's thinking about playing at some part during the same season. Uh, I don't know what type of how far technology has gone, but I'm not sure a broken Achilles can heal within the same year. I was always thought that you need at least a whole year off before you could even start thinking about playing again. And now Aaron's talking about he gonna practice next week. After what, being off a couple of months, how we go from being a whole year off, needing a whole year off for your Achilles to heal, to now we just needing a couple of months for your Achilles to heal? I think something. I think Aaron Rodgers is pushing this. I think he's doing a disservice. I hope he be careful because, dude, this is your foot now. Now you might think you don't need to walk correctly after you play, but I'm just saying, Skeet, you want to be real careful about this. I hope he's getting the doctor's best advice. But I think it's risky. I believe it's risky.
Go.
I think Aaron Rodgers has been watching too much of the $6 million man and thinking he got some bionics in his leg. He can just get out there and play right off. You are 39, 40 years old, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. So you may want to take it easy because your next injury could be your last if you come back too soon. And you know the
Yeah.
Jets won't want you to play. They paid you. So you may want to be careful. So will he come back this season? Maybe. I don't know. If the Jets are out of it, he's not coming back. So we'll see.
Nobody said anything to Reverend Nation about this topic, but he's not coming back. That's just a whole bunch of theater on Broadway. Talking about him coming back to shit. It will not be in his best interest. The VP said this is a discount double check negative. Keep your butt down for sure. And then he threw a jab at me, Rev up here playing Beat Street. All right, coach, you up on to the next topic. Caleb Williams demands, it was stated from some source that Caleb Williams will get drafted. He wants a minority stake in ownership. Now, this is alleged. Nobody's shown the clip of Caleb saying that verbatim, but this is alleged. Your thoughts, Goofy, your quarterback, coach. Go.
um, I think we got another LeVar Ball situation developing because it seems like his daddy has been doing a lot of talking in the media lately about what his son gonna do and everything, and needs to grab him and say, "Daddy, I got this. Let me play ball. I just got beat by Notre Dame. I'm not trying to talk about no ownership or anything. You need to tell his daddy you are not my representation and concentrate on playing ball. Simple as that. 'Cause that's not going to happen. The NFL already basically said, why are you wasting your time?
Rick,
Yeah, I agree with Coach. It's getting to the point. These parents need to take a step back, chill. Okay, I know it's your kid. I know you love them and want the best for their future, but you got to let the kid make his own path. Okay, now they're gonna be making big time money playing big time professional ball. Unless you played professional ball, which I don't think his dad did, you need to take a step back, chill, and shut up and let the professionals handle this situation. Okay, I don't want to be another RG3 situation again. Only reason we listen to RG interfere with Eli career because Archie played. These fathers who never played the game, don't know this world, don't know what they're dealing with, need to take a step back and learn some things. Okay, let the professionals handle it. Let your kid handle it. Have some faith in your kids. Okay, you raised them up, you taught them. Now let's see how they deal with the situation.
all right, no
My
comment.
my my saying butt out.
I got you. Uh, VP said keep that pie hole shut. Wait till you get to the league.
Not
See
the
what it
pie.
is. Call Rich Paul at Clutch Sports and get some advice. And then going
Oh
back to
boy.
Victoria said, Aaron is soaking in the food they used in Batman the Lazarus Pit. Playing the flute and eating tree bark. Maurice Store said the father needs to sit back, quit trying to live vicariously through his son, for sure.
Right.
All right, let's move on, man. Next subject, Micah Parsons sounds off saying, in essence, the Dallas Cowboys are being treated unfairly. They're always unfairly ridiculed when they lose. And then when teams like the Eagles and 49ers who lost to the Jets and Browns respectively, they don't get the same type of venom thrown their way. So with that being said, Coach, you're up. Ray, you're up. Your fault on Michael
Okay.
Parsons now.
Crying, y'all. Sorry. I'm so emotional because everybody keep picking on the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody is picking on Mike. Oh my God, dude, will you shut up crying like a little bee? I mean, really, dude, you play for the Dallas Cowboys, and you got the nerve to be sitting up here crying to the media. You are America's team. You signed up for this. This is how it is, man. Now, if you want to talk that big talk when y'all win, it's Cowboy Nation. Yeah, Cowboys over here. Then, dude, when you lose, you got to face the same vitriol. Okay, I'm tired of these players. They want the whole world at their fingertips when they win, and when they lose, they want everybody to keep it quiet. Why y'all picking on us? Why is it so unfair? Oh me, woe is me. Shut up, Micah. Good Lord. That's why folks all on the Cowboys now. Because you act arrogant when you win and you act like victims when you lose. Just shut it up.
Coach,
Mike, I got one sentence for you, sir. The school counselor that your child goes to is not just there for the kids.
all right. Let's see. Reverend Nation got some comments. The VP
Yeah,
said,
you
in the
need to
words
talk
of
to
Justin Timberlake on a Timberland Produce Jam, Cry to the River, the Prime Minister from Miami said Michael Parsons needs to get in his CB and stuff him out for his recency.
her.
Uh,
Yeah, what you
and
mad at us
Mike,
for?
Micah just sounds terrible because as quite a few analysts have made it known this past week, because you play for Dallas, you get more attention than you probably deserve. You get more endorsement than you probably deserve. Dak Prescott would be a fringe NFL quarterback if he did not play for the Dallas Cowboys. he would not get nearly the attention that he gets if he didn't play for the Dallas Cowboys. So, Michael Parsons understands the publicity comes with more ridicule. That's just the bottom line. And a lot of the ridicule is coming because when you are winning, a lot of teams or a lot of fans from other teams don't believe y'all deserve the pub that you get. Just like, for instance, before y'all lost to the Arizona Cardinals, everybody was saying just off beating the Jets without Aaron Rodgers and blowing out the New York Giants, the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. They hadn't played anybody worth anything. Didn't play one of the top quarterbacks yet. And just on those two victories alone, the Cowboys are on their way to the Super Bowl. And then you get blasted by a 1-5 team now, the Arizona Cardinals. And then when you finally play the Super Bowl contender, you got boat race. So you got to take the good with the bad. Half of the time when y'all doing good, y'all don't deserve all that publicity. And when you lose, you gonna people gonna keep coming at you. And you also gotta understand your fans are part of the reason why y'all get blasted too, because they're delusion. Period.
Woodyard. I hope Woodyard is watching. We're talking about you.
George Kittle's shirt said a lot about how
Uh-oh.
people feel about the Cowboys. And if you don't know what that reference is, go Google George Kittle's shirt and it'll come up. All right, on to the next subject matter. Coach, you're up. Anthony Richardson's season is over. The rookie had a promising start, but he will not have a photo finish because he is now out for the season. What does that have to say for the Indianapolis Colts?
Well, one, the coach got my boy Garner Shoot as the quarterback, so that's not going anywhere. And Anthony Richardson needs to come to Atlanta for a week, meet Ronald Acuna at Turner Field, and learn how to slide. Simple as that. That's all he needs to do, and he'll be ready to go next season.
Red, what you got?
Yeah, I'm with Coach. That's the reason they bought in the Minshew in case something like this happening. I think Minshew will keep them steady for the rest of the season. Richardson, he'll be back next season, but like Coach said, the boy got to learn how to slide. He out here trying to play physical NCAA football, but he don't realize the NFL ain't the NCAA. You got to learn that, Anthony. I think he will. I think he'll get the right information and advice over the summer. And I don't think he'll be trying to take on linebackers and safeties with his shoulder too much ever again. I think he's going to start sliding next season. And I think his promising career will continue because he has some upside. And I think it'll continue next season
Yeah,
because he got a good team. He got a good team around him.
these young guys coming in where they dominated NCAA football and going to the pros, it's like they're like a kid when their parent tells them that the stove is hot, and if you touch the stove, it's gonna burn. They don't believe it until they get burned. That's how some of these guys come into the pros. Like, look, these guys are faster, and they're gonna put you on your butt, and they're gonna hurt you. But you look at your frame and look at who you are, and then finally it takes you to get popped real quickly, and then you're like, wow, what they said was true. Yeah, there's a reason why Michael Vick couldn't run all day long. There's a reason why RG3 couldn't last in the league too long.
Hmm.
These guys are not only strong, but they just as fast as you. So, learn that what people say is true. Some things you don't have to go through. Just start sliding. There's a reason why quarterbacks run out of bounds. There's a reason why quarterbacks slide before they go here. All right. Let's see.
Look
It's very possible for Rodgers to make it back this season. Usually he shouldn't be able to stand without assistance, but he's already walking and throwing passes. I can see him on the field in December. Terrence
Standing.
Williams, the Colts size.
Terrence Williams. Oh, that's Colts fan. Terrence Williams in the house.
Richardson would need some more muscle milk.
Terrence, how did you know we were talking about the Colts, Terrence? Did you like sense it in your mind or something? You say, I know Red, I'm talking about my team. Let me go hear what they talking about. Yeah, you better tell your quarterback to slide or you ain't gonna have no quarterback.
Winston, when you start seeing Aaron Rodgers run laterally, then talk back to me about his comeback.
Yeah, he'll be
'Cause
back. He'll be on the field every game.
yeah, I mean, yeah, man, I heard you in my dreams and woke up. All right, last
Well,
qualifying question. This hurts really Georgia right here, man. Brock
oh,
Bowers out until December. Brock Bowers, All American tight end for the Georgia Bulldogs, third year, probably final year at Georgia, helped Georgia win two national championships. On his way to helping Georgia win a third national championship, he will be out till December. What does that mean for Georgia? What says you, man? What you got?
I don't think it means much at all. I think Georgia, we just gonna keep right on rolling because we got probably the one of the deepest football teams in the country. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna miss Brock. Brock is a very key piece uh to our plans, but he won't be out here. He will be back in December, I believe. We got 4 or 5 games left. I think we can win these next 5 and be ready for Brock to come back in the SEC championship. This three-peat ain't stopping. For all those UG haters that think this gonna stop us, you crazy. We are gonna be right there. We're gonna keep this train moving, and Brock will return in December. And guess what? Ain't nothing gonna change. Three-peat gonna be sitting right there waiting on us, baby. You hear me, you haters? That three-peat is gonna be waiting on us, okay? So don't think for a second that this stopping us. Three-peat coming this way.
Coach,
Well, you take a weapon away from a team, and especially a huge weapon like an All American. The two games they're gonna need to worry about, I say Ole Miss and Tennessee, because both of them, Ole Miss can score, and Georgia maybe might have to keep up with Ole Miss on scoring. Maybe it depends, but Brock Bowers, that dimension is out. Now the young man who they got replacing, they say is a big kid, strong kid, but I don't see you replacing a Brock Bowers. Now will they lose? It depends on the defense. It depends on if you can stop teams from scoring as always, but it's a big piece that's gonna be hard to replace. So that means like a Ladd McConkey got to step up, and the running game gonna have to step up.
all right, let's see. Nobody else said anything. I'm gonna just jump in. This is where these receivers that they got transferred in, like Lovett and Rara from Mississippi State, Lovett from Missouri. I think we're going to see the receivers be showcased more. Delp is a decent backup to Bowers. Of course, he's not Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is doggone a wide receiver in a tight end's body.
Yeah,
But I think Red with the depth piece is something serious for Georgia. And luckily for Georgia, the competition is not that great. I think Georgia has more talent, more depth to beat the Florida, to beat the Missouri. Tennessee doesn't have that passing attack like they had last year. So I don't think Tennessee will beat them. And I think the good thing for, well, Georgia has to go to Tennessee, don't they?
yeah,
That might be tough. That might be tough. But we'll see what happens. But um, Brock Bowers is a beast. And we're going to see how good Carson Beck really is now. That's what
Yep.
I believe. We're gonna see how good Carson Beck. So Carson Beck now can prove all his haters that he's the real deal if he can function. All right, Armani, what's up, man? Did you drop some more white kids this week? No SEC game. The Prime Minister said Downs is a big piece of their offense, and others got to step up and perform, no doubt about it. All right, that concludes 5 for 5. We appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll have another 5 for 5 on next week. All right, gentlemen, we got to get to these uh, NCAA
Yeah.
picks. I
NFL.
mean, NFL, I'm sorry, NFL picks in just a moment. Uh, let me fix my Bluetooth right quick. My Bluetooth is failing me
Yeah.
when I'm trying to, let's see. All right. All right, let's get ready to move on. We got our NFL picks, get our records from last week. Let's see where we are coming up as we get ready to pick this week. And here we go. Coach is still in first place. He and Amani tied 7-3 last week for the best records. He has a 5 game lead on me. He's kind of tried to run away a little bit. I'm 43-28, went 6-4 last week. Amani is in third place, 41-30. He went 7-3 last week. And Coach Red holding up the rear in the NFL, 40-31, went 6-4 last week. So this is where we are. Coach is looking good.
I will win. I
All
feel
right, gentlemen, y'all know where we are. Let's see. Here we go. Before we move on, I agree with Coach Tennessee and Ole Miss along with Missouri. Will give them problems. You sure, man? You think they're gonna give Georgia problems like North Carolina gave y'all problems last week?
oh,
Ah.
oh Lord.
I picked your boys, and I was the only one who picked them, and they got boat race. I'm a little salty with that. Red don't know what he's talking about. Ron Thomas jumps in. Please don't mention the opposers in Miami. All right.
Oh boy.
Red was beneficiary shirt. Yeah, I needed something that would. I had to find something for the show. I'm not making a statement for Michigan one way or another. We know Jim Harbaugh is under some investigation, but yeah.
I don't
All
remember
right.
what I was talking about, and I ain't know what I was talking about. But thanks for being specific and elaborating, Rob. We very understand your point so clearly.
All right, gentlemen. Coach, you got the choice where you want to start.
I'll start easy game here.
Oh, Lord, real what kind of music was that?
Drink from, drink from.
All right, here we go, man. Let me give you some good news to pick on. Not pick on, but pick from.
B Street. B Street.
All right, gentlemen. First game. Brother Night Nation, feel free to the Browns coming off an impressive win against the 49ers with their backup PJ Walker going into the Colts, who got their backup, Brother Minshew. So who you got, Coach?
Oh, this is easy. The Colts don't have a chance against the Browns defense. I'm going with the Browns. Even though I hope the Colts win, but you know.
I'm going to rock with the Browns, too. Looks like Deshaun Watson is picking up to being able to play. But that defense gets a little faster on that faster surface, indoor surface in Indianapolis. So I'm going with the Browns as well. Who you got, Red?
It's unanimous. Browns defense and Deshaun Watson coming back too. You know Watson is up. I'm gonna take Watson over Minshew. So Browns all day.
Brother Williams is booing our pick today. Maurice Stoll going with the Browns. The VP going with the Browns. Jerome Case going with the Dog Pound as well. On to the next game. It's on me. Falcons versus the Buccaneers. Falcons got a defense, but they sure don't have a quarterback on offense. Desmond Ritter
I
has
know,
not.
Rev. I feel
Desmond
you
Ritter
on
hasn't
this.
shown me anything that suggests that he's gonna get a road victory. I'm going with the Buccaneers, man. I'm going with the Buccaneers since they're at home. If this game were at home, I would go with them, but maybe I wouldn't because they laid an egg last week against the Commanders at home. So I'm going with the Buccaneers. Who you got, Red?
This is probably gonna be the last week I'm rolling with the Falcons. They still 500 Rev. If they were under 500, I wouldn't be messing with them. They still have not gotten to under 500 yet. So just that fact alone, and if they win, they'll be first place in the division with a 4-3 record. Just that fact alone, I'm gonna pick the Falcons to win the game for the division title. But hey, I'm with you, man. Every thought you had in your head a minute ago, I'm with you. Cause I mean, they Riddle sucks on the road, and now he even sucking at home. And now the running game, we can't even depend on the running game no more. Folks don't figure that out. So all we have now, surprisingly, believe this, Rev. All we have now, the base of our victory on is our defense. Who would have ever thought that with the Falcons a year ago? That's all we got now as a defense, man. Because as long as Arthur Smith is coaching, I do not trust this offense. And like you say, Ritter is who he is, man. But he got all. But look at his coaching though. It ain't his fault. He got horrible coaching. But he is who he is, and I'm with. But I'm picking my Falcons against my better judgment.
Coach, who you got?
Who the Buccaneers quarterback?
Baker Mayfield.
I'm going with the Falcons.
All right. Here we
Wow,
go.
okay.
Maurice, Prime Minister, got Tampa Bay. Winston got the Falcons. G said it pains me to say this, but I got the Bucks. Can't trust Smith and Ritter. Jerome K.
I feel you, G.
The Baker Bucks. He might want to take the K out the Bucks, Jerome. The Baker Bucks will shoot down our dusty Blackbirds.
Dusty.
I hate going against Atlanta. I don't trust Arthur Smith's random pushing buttons on the play call with an unproven quarterback. Tampa will win. Going back to the Colts, Browns, Terrence said, when my coach pull it off, y'all need to have me as a guest so I can talk about y'all.
Terrence, first of all, even if we did have you as a guest, you'd be sleep at wake up call time. So it's okay. You probably would wake up when the show would be over with.
Red is on you. Charger versus my Chiefs.
Real, this is the easiest pick of the week for me. My homeboy, the Taylor Swift show, the Brittany Mahomes hater parade, all of it together is gonna beat the Chargers at home too. Chargers, y'all ain't got to change. Couldn't even beat the Cowboys last week. Now you think you're gonna go and beat my homeboy, Rails boy, in his home, in his house? No, absolutely not. And I wish I could get even vulgar and say another no. But just so we get the point, no.
All right, so Red has the Chiefs. Coach, who you rolling with?
Man, this has not been a Patrick Mahomes type of year. He's kind of diminished, but the Chiefs are 5-1. And Brandon Staley or Brian Staley or Bobby Staley, whatever his name is, can't coach late in the game. So if it's close, it's going to be the Chiefs. If it's not close, it's still going to be the Chiefs.
All right, y'all already know I'm going with my quarterback, Patrick, two-time Super Bowl winning champion Mahomes. So give me the Chiefs to roll over the Chargers at home. Winston Thornton got the Chiefs. Maurice Thorne got Kansas City Swifties will win. He got the Chiefs. Anybody else, make sure you make your call right now. I'm tired of going back to games we've already passed. So
yeah, Terrence.
Jerome Case, the Superchargers for the upset. Okay.
What? Okay, that's some haterade right there.
You see, he can't roll on me no more about that curse. Chiefs curse. So now he's just gonna pick against my team. I got you. All right, on to the next game. I think I froze, man.
You did.
Coach, go with it.
Steelers versus Rams. Red, who you got?
This one is a tricky one. But coach, your defense is there. I just don't trust your offense. and they going into the Rams den. They're gonna be at SoFi. I think the Rams make a few more offensive plays than the Pittsburgh. Even though Pittsburgh, they're gonna be in the game. I just think in the end, Stafford will make more plays than Pickett in the end. Now, I mean, Pittsburgh can win this game, but they defense will have to really get up in the Rams' butt the whole game. Probably have to have a pick six or something like that. I think the Rams just have too much on offense, especially with Cooper back now. Puka, Nuka, the rookie is showing out. I think the Rams will have too much for them this week.
Well, I was about to go with the Rams at the beginning. Later on, T.J. Watt had a heel injury, but they say he's 100%. He's playing, so I'm gonna stay with the Steelers. Steelers they coming off a bye, and Deontay Johnson is back, and Mike Tomlin overall in his career is 62-23 after a bye week. So I look at those.
Still 23 losses.
Yeah, 62 wins though, and you get Deontay Johnson back, which adds to the offense. And the Rams are one-dimensional. Can anybody name the Rams running back right now? Because their starting running back is out. So if the Steelers
somebody named K. Williams, I don't know who.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, he out? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'm going with the Steelers for this one. Rev, I guess, will come back and make his pick. All right, the next one. This one's going to be one of the more interesting games of the week. Lions versus the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Lions because I went with the Ravens. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson said his team seemed to be on sync after the last week's win. That's what he said. So take it for what it's worth. And he said they're coming back. But I'm going to go with the Lions because I think the Lions are a bit more dangerous than the Ravens right now. And the Ravens are trying to find themselves with that offense that's supposed to put up so many numbers. So I said Lions. What do you say?
This been the Ravens all year, coach. Up and down. Win one, you lose one. Win one, and you lose one. They won last week, so that means this week you're going to lose one. And you're going to lose to the team that haven't lost, really, since they lost to Seattle. I mean, they won week one, beat KC, lost to Seattle week 2, and since then it's just been number wins, and they're gonna keep this party going. Detroit is that team to be reckoned with this year, coach. I think they're gonna win in Baltimore, be 6-1, and prove to the world that they have arrived. They have finally arrived. The Detroit Lions. This is what makes me upset me. Dan Campbell and Arthur Smith got to their teams at the same time. Now, where are the Lions in 3 years and where are the Falcons in 3 years? I tell you.
All right, Rev, double up your pick.
Rev, your opinion.
All right,
Double
now
up.
I need to know something real quick. Who'd y'all go with the Steelers and Rams?
Red went to Rams. I went with the Steelers.
I should ask who Red went with because I already know who you were.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went with the Rams.
Oh, man, it's tough for me. This is on the road.
Rev, don't believe in that Baltimore offense. You know they ain't figured it out.
No. I'm talking about Steelers Rams first.
Hey, Rev, here's a tidbit for you to consider. Mike Tomlin is 62-23 after a bye week.
Yeah, I heard that, and then also Williams, the running back for
is not playing.
The Los Angeles Rams, not playing, and then the Steelers do have that great defense. Their offense is terrible, but I'm gonna go with the Steelers, man. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Okay, come on, Rams now. Y'all better show out at SoFi now for me.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers, even though they let me down the last time I picked them. Lions versus Rams. I picked against the Lions on the road last week, and they went up there and beat Tampa. So I'm gonna go with the Lions because my man Lamar Jackson let me down. Even though his receivers let him down, dropping all those passes against Pittsburgh Steelers, he threw the doggone pick that was unnecessary, man. Just get out of there with a 5-point victory. He messed around, threw the pick in the end zone, let the Steelers come back and win the game 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
To a rookie.
Yeah, I can't trust Lamar Jackson in crunch time. And the Lions got that fire defense, so I'm going with the Lions.
All right.
We got what Reverend Knight Nation said.
No, we didn't.
All right, G says Lions. The Prime Minister says Detroit Lions. Terrence Williams, finally a good Thanksgiving game. Okay. G says Lions are hotter than fish grease right now. Terrence Williams says Zach Evans, yes, he's replacing Brother Williams, but we don't know what he's like. Winston Thorne got the Lions. The VP got the Lions. Lions got a lot of momentum, and let's make it known. The Lions got the best record in the NFL because they got the tiebreakers going in their favor. And, they beat Kansas City.
I'm proud of them, man.
Jerome K said the Lions will roll. And then he finally corrected his stuff. I appreciate that. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is the game. Coach, who'd you get, the Lions or the Ravens? Coach?
Oh, my mic. Oh, Lions. I said Lions.
All right, so that's not surprising because you want it. You want that for the Steelers. I got you. All right, last game of the week. Dolphins versus the Eagles. I think this would have been on red first, but I'll go first since I moved out. This is a tough one. I'm happy that the Eagles.
Real, think of your collection. Think of your collection plate, Real. Think of the collection plate.
Julio Jones. Now that signing of Julio Jones makes it difficult for me to root against the Eagles because that man's career was short 3 prime years because of Matt Ryan's inaccurate and noodle arm throwing. So I got some grace for Julio. Plus, the Eagles drafted 5 Georgia Bulldogs these past 2 years. So my Eagles venom is not as great these days. This is the type of game that Miami loses because it's physical. And when I look at Miami, I can clearly see the Eagles being able to do what Buffalo did to them just 2 or 3 weeks ago. Out physical them. If it goes into a shootout, the Eagles lose that game. But the Eagles are at home. They're going to slow the game. They're going to pound this game. This is going to be a running game. And it's going to be hard for the Dolphins to get on the field and score all these points. So I'm going with the Eagles. Red, who you got?
Real, I'm to the team, man. I am the official Philadelphia hater. And I mean across the board. I mean baseball, basketball, and football. I'm sorry. That is going to be I am Philadelphia hating all the way around. I am not supporting if they make so bad. I like the people in Philly, Miss Dana and Wallace and all the citizens. I love y'all sports passion. But I am hating on y'all team. Y'all are not going to do this to me. And I'm telling you, the Dolphins, that's right, Maurice and Eric. I'm taking your Dolphins. Y'all better go down to Philly and y'all better whoop some butt. I know your running back not there, but you got an offensive mind, and that Mike, whatever his name is, that kid knows some offense. I wish Arthur had been smart enough to hire this kid. Anybody from the Shanahan coaching tree is a plus for me because they know some offense, baby. Now, you're right, Rev. It's going to be a physical game. It is going to be a much more physical game than they play every week, just like the Buffalo game. I'm hoping Miami have learned their lessons, and they're going to be ready for the physicality that the Eagles going to bring, and they're going to be ready to drop 40. You hear me? 40 in Philly, and have those Philly fans crying their eyes out like they're going to be crying when the Arizona Diamondbacks beat their Phillies in the World Series. So I want the D-backs to make the Phillies cry, and I want the Dolphins to make the Phillies cry this week because I am hating on that city of Philadelphia. You're not going to do what you do to me and think you're going to get away with it. I am coming for revenge, baby. Vengeance will be mine on that city of Philadelphia.
I know the Lord said vengeance will be mine.
Well, I ain't taking over for the Lord now.
All right, Coach, who you got, man?
I'm going with the Eagles. I think that Dolphin train gonna get slowed down because the Eagles play a pretty good physical defense, and Jalen Hurts got something to say. So I'm going with the Eagles.
All right, the VP got the Eagles. G got the Eagles because Brother Carter from Georgia be back. Terrence got the Eagles. Maurice Thor said it's about time they're showing my Dolphins on the timeline. Maurice Thor got the Dolphins. Time to make a statement. Terrence C. Williams says Miami opposes. They will take you on a rocket and give you a star about a half a mile to heaven, then they'll drop you back. He's trying to warn you, man. Dolphins, Eagles are not the 2022 anymore. Julio Jones shaking my head. That's what Eric Parker got. Jerome K said Eagles will return to form and fly high over the Flippers. Maurice Thor tried to throw a shot at me. I get it, Red. You want to keep the food ministry plentiful, so I get your reasoning. I got you. Way to go, Red Rose, standing up for Santa Claus. And Hurts versus Tua, Bama showdown. Can't dismiss that. All right, gentlemen. Y'all finished the show up. I got to go. But thank y'all so much. Look forward to being with y'all next week. And guess what? I'll be in the ATL when I do the show next week. All right?
Uh-oh. Original threesome going to be back all in the ATL, baby.
Back in the
298.
ATL. All right, Coach. Take it on home, man. Y'all take it easy.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Real. We'll holler at you, big dog.
Real. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let me go back to some. Uh-oh.
What happened, Coach?
I'm pressing the button I don't need to press. Somehow when I press the button I didn't need to press. But we about done, really. It's pretty much over with. All we have to do is say, you have the right to do what? Let me scroll across the screen. You have the right. So, who has the right to do what, Red?
Okay. I'll be a little positive. Hawks, you have the right to get off to a good start. I mean, if you get off to a good start in the NBA season, when you have your lows, and we know you're going to have them, it won't feel so bad. It won't feel like you're regressing back to the team that we scared you're going to be. So maybe you want to look at starting off maybe 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 Hawks. But the Hawks, you have a right to start off the NBA season hot. So when you go through your lows, you can take them, and you won't fall back so far back down in the record. So the Hawks, you have the right to start the NBA season off in a very positive manner. I ain't worried about my Lakers. I ain't worried about these other contending teams. But you Hawks, y'all want to get the respect, then you need to have a hot start to the NBA season. Because every team goes through their ups and downs, but when you go through your downs, maybe it won't be so bad because you have such a big lead, like that 60-win season. So Hawks, you have a right to start off hot and to make yourselves a contender.
All right. Pittsburgh, you have a right to shake that West Coast funk that y'all have, losing a team like San Francisco and everybody, and beat the Rams today. If you can beat the Rams, then hey, your season may turn on a dime and you may be able to start something. You don't have to go back to the West Coast anymore. So you need to try to steal a win from the Rams. Let me see what it is.
It's amazing that both our teams are the same fight. We got some defense, but the offense can't do nothing.
Yeah, that's it. You got that right. Let's see. Winston Thornton said Eagles. That was in it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Anybody in Rev Night Nation got any more comments before we head off?
None. That is all.
One.
That is all.
Going twice. Okay, me and Coach about to start watching some football now. Oh, Jerome Case got some.
Let me see.
The WNBA, you have a right to exist, but understand that nope. He clearly said, the WNBA, you have the right to exist, but understand no one cares. Facts over feelings. Boy, y'all are hard on these ladies today, man. And I ain't even involved in it. It's ironically, it's the two reverends that been hard on the ladies today.
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, we're going to see. Well, WNBA is over now, so hey, we're going to try again next week. They're over. Right, well. That's all, folks. We'll see you all next week. Watch some good football today. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll talk to
All
y'all
right.
later.
Maurice throwing the gravel down. Okay, bang, bang, bang. That's it, Real Night Nation. We'll holler at you later. Me and Coach are out.